ukuthi sasahleli the very same ngathi sihleli akusawutumelo on my left, uSenzo on my right. uKelly wayemile on Senzo's right, ngaphesheya kwaSenzo kakuhlela uLongwe, ngaphesheya kwami kakuhlela uZandi, ngaphesheya kwa Tumelo kakuhlela uMaka Kelly.
So all in all,
yes,
it was in the very same manner in which you were seated before.
Umuntu wayengasekho nje uThingo ngoba uThingo wayeselalisiwe ekamereni wayilele.
The only person that wasn't there was Tingo because Tingo had been taken to the bedroom. She was sleeping.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi kwaba khona idiscussion yayisilokhu ikhona kukhulunywa ngani makangena nendaba yamasonto uKelly wayelingisa.
I also remember that there was this discussion and also about churches, and Kelly was imitating about how a particular church does things.
Yes.
Emva kwesikhathi ke ila ngase ngibona umuntu oqhamuka emva kwaKelly owaqhamuka eseqhamuka kwi-ark.
That's where then I saw someone appearing from behind Kelly, and that person appeared from the ark.
If you say the ark, which ark are you referring to?
Yipi, ukhuluma ngayipi ark uma uthi ark?
It's a kitchen.
It's in the kitchen.
We're just going to show you the sketch plan, which forms part of Exhibit D.
Okay, so James, what is sketch plan?
You can just indicate the arc.
I come back. The arc
on the sketch plan.
Yeah, it is. The witness pointing to the opening, which is on the sketch plan.
Yes, and whilst we're still there, just indicate where the sitting room is.
The sitting room, you're not opening the corner.
No.
The witness pointing to the right of the sketch plan and say that's the sitting room.
Yes, and where you were seated.
Corner.
Tumelo la.
Tumelo sat there. Sorry, to the left. I was next to Tumelo.
Senzo la.
Senzo.
And then la kakade kuhlela uKelly but wayemile la yenake.
And then that's where Kelly sat there before, but then now she was now standing in a standing position, standing here. The witness pointing to the passage there.
And then ngala kakuhleli ke uMakazandi.
On this side it was Zandi's mother.
Zandi part nendawo.
Zandi in the middle.
No Longwe la.
And Longwe here, now to the left of Zandi.
Yes, you may proceed.
And then lo muntu nje bengisho engambona uqala uqhamuka la.
As I say that person, the first person then appeared from Opindukombe. The person appeared from here, the witness pointing to the opening again. Yeah,
and then kuqhamukeni kwakhe ngambona obviously wayesemva kwaKelly, and then mina ngikhumbula ukuthi ngabuka uSenzo.
What then happened when this person appeared, this person was behind Kelly, and then what I did is I looked at Senzo. What I remember is that the person demanded phones and money.
Just a minute. But you explained that the person was there at the ark. Did he, when he demanded phones and money, was he still there at the ark?
Ngalesikhathi sefuna amafoni nemali wayese khona lapho uthi wambona eqhamuka khona kwi-ark.
Yebo waqhamuka ngemva kwaKelly. uKelly wabaleka wangena kuleli room leli.
Bambeke lapho. Yes, he appeared from behind Kelly, and Kelly ran into this room, the witness pointing just opposite the opening that he had pointed before as the ark. That's the room that Kelly ran into.
Yes. And then njengoba ngisho wadimanda amafoni imali and angazi indaba ngisasho namanje ukuthi I don't know why I thought it was a joke.
Okay, bambe lapho. As I'm saying that the person demanded phones and money. I don't know why, and I still up to today I don't know why I thought like that. I was under the impression that it was a joke.
But was he still there at the ark?
Why say me kuyona le ndawo?
Cha wayesesondelile phela kancane.
No, he had moved a bit closer.
Just indicate where he was at that stage.
La.
Okay. Okay, the witness now pointing to the passage, the other opening which is in the passage here. That's where he had moved closer to.
We just want to show you photo 57 and 59 of Exhibit D. Perhaps a better photo will be photo 64, sorry, photo 64 of Exhibit D. Yes, that one. You're able to indicate where the person was?
La. Tuzo kwe-heater.
Here,
Not far from the heater.
Not far from the heater. Witness pointing to the heater that is on the photo.
Yes, you may proceed. You say you thought it was a joke. Why did you think so?
Angazi why, but mhlawumbe ngoba mina ekhaya angazi ngiyakuthanda ukudlala bayazi nabo, but angazi indaba ngacabanga ukuthi joke, but into angenza ukuthi ngibone into serious ngabona ngoba sengibona isibhamu.
I don't know why, or maybe because at home they know that I like to make jokes or to play around. But what made me to realize that it wasn't a joke, that it was serious, is when I saw a firearm.
Where did you see it?
Kuwasibona kuphi?
Esandleni sakhe saka right.
In this person's right hand.
Yes, may
Yeah,
proceed.
Nokuthi usenze ifoni yakhe yayiye into ayenza usenze ifoni wayezama ukuyifihla la ngethanga ethangeni lakhe laka left.
And the other thing is that Senzo's, it's just that the witnesses that the court can't see. Senzo tried to hide his phone that is now underneath his left thigh.
Photo 57. Perhaps better photo will be photo 59 of Exhibit D. Photo 59 of Exhibit D. Yes, can you use photo 59 of Exhibit D to illustrate your evidence?
Ukusho ke noma ukutshengisa lokho oqeda ukusho manje awusebenzise lesi sithombe.
Ikuphi kuqala ngoba
Regarding the cell
cell phone for I think ilesi sinye lesi right.
The other photo was the
Ngoba
better
lesi
one.
kuvela la kuhleli khona mina.
This is where I said
no look pen.
and the other one. So the other photo is a much better photo.
Are you able to indicate where the deceased hit his phone?
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what he's saying. The other photo is the better one.
Yeah, this is right. Go back. La. angithi usenzo uhleli la
This is where Senzo said
so yena uzama ukufihla ifoni ngala
he was trying to hide the phone on this side, pointing out
because
to the
mina
left,
bengihleli la
because I was seated where the witness is pointing now, in the middle.
Yes.
Yebo.
ngoba kwakwenzeka ngokusheshsha ke engikukhumbulayo nje into eyenza ukuthi kuze kusukunywe after umuntu oqala wasukuma lapha kwakulongo.
Okay, because everything happened fast, sorry, and what then happened is that, which then led to everyone being on their feet, that the first person that stood up was Longwe.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ulongo wathi mayisukuma waya towards lo muntu lo phethe isibhamu.
When Longwe stood up, he went towards the person that was carrying a firearm,
Wamuphushela eceleni wase yadlula.
pushed him aside, and he went past.
Yes.
Yebo.
That's when ke ngabona wonke umuntu esukuma ke engikukhumbulayo mina ukuthi usenzo naye waba nescaffold nalomuntu lo wesibhamu.
Okay, that's when I then saw everyone standing up on their feet. And then what I also saw, what I remember is that Senzo being in a scuffle with the person that had a firearm.
Yes. Are you able to sorry? Are you able to describe this person who had a firearm?
Kwisimo sokuthi ungamchaza lo muntu wayephethe isibhamu.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Waye ngekho dark waye ngekho light.
He wasn't dark.
Wayekhanya nje kahle.
It wasn't dark. It wasn't that light. It was just light.
Enama dreads up below nje ilo indlebe.
With dreadlocks just below the ear.
Neyiqhomo nje engathi high cheek kancane.
He had this cheekbones like in the high cheek a little bit.
Ngoba ngesikhathi bephushana noSenzo kuze ngizochaza kahle. Lo nganotice isikhono wesibili.
And at the time when him and Senzo were pushing each other, I then noticed that there was a second one.
Owayemude so lo wayengaphambili wayethanda ubamfishane kunalo wayemude so nalo ngaphambili wayengekho mude.
And that person was tall. So now the one that was in this scuffle together with Senzo was shorter than the one that was the second one.
And where did you notice this second person?
Lo owesibili yena ke uma umbona kuphi nendawo.
Ngimnotice kwiscaffold kodwa mina into engenza ukuthi ngagijima ngathatha ifoni.
Okay, I noticed the person in the scaffold or during the scaffold, but what then happened is that I ran to grab the phone. Yebo.
Iscaffold ke sasisuka from khona la sitting room siya ngase kitchen.
The scaffold was from the sitting room towards the kitchen.
Yes, and where did you see this second person?
Umbona kuphi lo wesibili ke?
Ngimbona la khona ngakwi ark nje lapho la kwi ark mina kumnyango lo duze umnyango ne ark emva kwakhe ngasho njalo emva kwalo
Emva kwabani?
emva kwalo suspect number 1.
Okay, it was the door there, just in that arc, and behind the suspect number 1.
Yes, just point out where you saw the second
La
person
wabona khona
for
lo
the first
wesibili
time.
umude ukuphi?
Owesibili naye waqhamuka khona la kwi-akhe so wayela
The second one
between
also,
nomnyango nalo ngoba lo kuqala wayela kodwa kwakusekubhushwana kuziwa la ekhishini.
okay, awuphindeke uthi the second one was just here in the ark. He was also appearing from
The ark.
from the ark, and he was here, and then what's now the pushing was happening towards the kitchen.
Yes, you may proceed.
Correct.
Engikukhumbulayo ke lapho ngoba kwakwenza ngokusheshsha njengoba ngisho ukuthi ngathatha ifoni ngathi sengibuya sengenza ngathi ekitchen ngahlangana no Christian.
Okay, what I then remember happening there, as I said that it happened fast, and I went to take the phone. Now on my way back to the kitchen, I then met Christian.
Yes, where did you meet him?
Uhlangana kuphi no Christian?
La
Here.
khona nje la ngoba
Just here.
bonke abantu laba engibabalayo uSenzo uTumelo suspect number 1 and 2 babe sebela ekitchen vele.
The witness pointing to the passage
Kelly, if
and
not mistaken, yeah.
saying that's where he met the Christian, because all the others that I've mentioned, Tumelo, Kelly's mother, Senzo, the first suspect, the second suspect, were already in the kitchen.
Yes.
Yebo.
Engikukhumbulayo ukuthi ngikhumbula ngamqubula uChristian ngoba kakuyena ingane lapha yana so ngikhumbula ngamqubula from the left hand side ngamletha on the right hand side ngimsusa from harm's way njengoba kakusekuvele kunes.
What I do remember is that I picked Christian up from the left hand side to the right hand side because I was moving him away from harm's way.
Yes.
Yebo.
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi isikafu sasi between uSenzo nalo muntu ophethe isibhamu.
As I've already said that the scaffold was between Senzo and the one with the firearm.
And then nalo wesibili komude kangisengimnotisile no Tumelo ngikhumbula ukuthi omakazikheli bathatha ama crushes which was ama crushes kaTumelo beshaya bezama ukushaya nabo labantu laba babela ngaphambi ngoba bonke babela ngaphambi kwami ngoba u6 if I'm not mistaken.
And that this in the scaffold was between Senzo and this person with the firearm, as well as now with Tumelo, as well as the second suspect. What I also do remember is that Kelly's mother, they took Tumelo's crutches and assaulted or tried to assault the people because all 6 people that I've just mentioned were right in front of me.
Photo 64 of Exhibit D refers. Can you just use that photo to illustrate your evidence?
Awusebenzise lesi sithombe ukuchaza ke lokushoyo.
Engakusho ukuthi uChristian mina isikhathi ngamsusela ngala ngakule hit.
What I can say is, when I removed Christian, it was from in the pointy foot.
La.
It was here next to the heater. Umsanga kuphi?
ngimsusa from ngala kwiside la muthi akuvelile ngimletha ngala so that's why ngithi I was ngimsusa from the left hand side which would be on this side ngimletha to my right hand side.
I moved him from the left hand side which doesn't appear on the picture and to the right hand side which is where the heater is depicted.
Yes. And the crutches?
Ama crutches now futhi ayekade ela babathatha khona la.
The crutches were also here pointing to where the heater is. They took the crutches from there.
Who took the Was the crash or
Engimkhumbulayo.
crashes?
Kwathathwa i-crash noma ama-crash.
No, ngathi kwakama crash. Umuntu engimkhumbulayo wayeshaya uma ka
Just, yes.
It was the crashes. The person that I remember who was assaulting Begu
uma ka Kelly.
is Kelly's mother.
Yeah, just a minute. Who fetched the crutch or the crutches?
I wouldn't know.
Ngeke ngazi ukuthi ubani owathatha.
Yes.
Ibona kodwa engikhumbula ukuthi babe wasebenzisa ukuthi bashaye bona labo bantu.
They are the ones that I remember who used the crutches in assaulting or to assault those people.
Yes. Can you maybe just describe the scuffle in more detail? What did you see happening there from the ark up to the kitchen?
Uma ungachaza ke lesi scaffold ukuthi yini owayibona isenze noma yini owayibona yenzeka ukusuka khona lapho kwi-ark, uma uthi i-scaffold usho ukuthini kwakwenzekani?
Can you use the sketch to illustrate your evidence?
Mangithi iscaffold ngazi noma ise right term yini kodwa I guess usenzo nje bayihleli la
Senzo was seated here where the witness is now pointing.
ngesikhathi wasukuma weza towards yena lo muntu base baba nescaffold esalide la ngasekitchen.
Okay. When he stood up and approached the person where the person was standing, and then they were then in the scaffold, which then went to the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And leso scaffold ke nje bengisho ukuthi saqhubeka saye safika la.
Okay. That scaffold proceeded up to where the witness is now pointing.
Yeah,
on the sketch
sink
plan.
ne stove lapho nje kodwa.
Between the sink and the stove, right there.
Just going to show you photo 15 as well. If we can just use photo 15 of Exhibit D to illustrate your evidence.
Our seven said this is Tombe
Yeah.
15.
La.
Here, the witness
Let's see,
pointing to where the stove is on the photo.
Yes, this is a switch point. What happened there?
Kwakwenzekani laphaya?
Ila babeka iscaffold sikhona between uSenzo, uTumelo, suspect number 1, suspect number 2.
That is where the scaffold was.
Biza kanjalo.
That is where the scaffold was between Senzo, Tumelo, suspect 1, suspect number 2. I will refer to it like that.
And then no K no Marakeli no Zandi babe khona futhi la.
Zandi, as well as her mother, were also present there.
Can you just maybe indicate who was engaged with whom in this scuffle?
Kulesi scaffold, ubani owayebusy nobani?
uSenzo wayebhizi nalo wayenesibhamu, and then oTumelo yena ngathi wayebhizi nalo mude.
It was Senzo together with the one that had a firearm, and then Tumelo, but Tumelo was mentioned as in the plural my lord. They were busy with the tall one.
Yes, you may proceed.
And then ke nje bese ngisho ukuthi Makakheli nababezama ukushaya ngala uma crashes ke beshaya yebona lapho ukuthi angisakhumula hle beshaya number 1 beshaya number 2 kodwa khona babemshaya nabo ngama crashes.
As I've already said that Kelly's mother, they were also busy there with the crutches trying to assault those people, but what I can't recall or remember is whether they were assaulting the first one or the second one.
I think ngoba at that time ingqondo yami kakhulu yayisigla lengane lela eceleni kwami.
And I think because at that time my mind was my main focus was on the child that was next to me.
Yes. But what was the role, you've described the role of the first suspect who had a firearm. What was the role of the second suspect?
Lo-
Okay.
So, no, it's fine now.
Phendula uzwile, phendula.
Lo owesibili wayephethe like a sharp object ngathi ummess.
The second one was carrying or was in possession of a sharp object that looked like a knife.
Yes.
Yebo.
Are you able to describe him?
Ukwisimo sokuthi
You've
ungamchaza
already said he was taller than the first.
beshilo ukuthi wayemude kunomunye.
Ngazi lokho nganotice lokho nje kuphela.
That's all I
The
know,
rest angeke ngizokwazi ukuchaza.
That's all I noticed. The rest I won't be able to explain.
Was
Their clothing,
the
are you able
clothing
to describe
into
their
ngasho ukuthi he
clothing?
was
Sorry?
wearing a hood. But ukuchaza yena facially cha.
But to describe him facially, no. But the clothing is that he was wearing a hoodie.
Which suspect is this now?
Umuphi loyo?
Suspect number 2.
Ilo wesibili.
And the first suspect, you've already described him. Are you able to describe his clothing?
Lo wesibili ke ubusumchazile yena kodwa owayegqokile ukwisimo sokuthi ungachaza.
Ayigqoka isigqoko engikukhumbulayo
What I can recall is that he was wearing a hat
and wayegqoke into engathi jacket, jeans jacket. Ngisho kanjalo nje but jacket.
something like a jacket, jersey jacket, but yeah, let's say a jacket.
Yes, may proceed.
Usungaqhubeka ke.
So obviously yonke into emotion ihamba kwenzeka yonke into fast engikukhumbulayo engakuzi ukuthi ngezwe nje gunshot.
Okay. Everything was in motion. It was just moving, and what I recall, I heard a gunshot.
Just a minute. Yes. And what was the respective positions of the people who were in the kitchen at that point?
Laba bantu ababesekitchen ke ngaleso sikhathi ke ema position abo aye kanjani?
Ekitchen noma ngisakhumbula phela ama position ayi kanjani kodwa ekitchen kakusakhona uSenzo, uNtumelo, suspect number 1, suspect number 2, uMakakheli no Zandi. I think no Kelly said uKelly ngamkhumbuli kahle but I think naye wayekhona amongst but ngikhumbula.
Although the positions I won't be able to remember, but the people that were still there, the very same people that were there, Tumelo, Senzo, suspect 1, suspect 2, Zandi's mother, Zandi's mother and Zandile. I think Kelly had also joined, but she's the person I can't remember, but I think she also joined them.
Yes.
Yebo.
After hearing a gunshot I think yathusa wonke umuntu.
After hearing the gunshot, I think it made everyone to be scared or shocked.
Ngoba kwaba khona ukuhlukana kuba khona kancane mina ngikukhumbulayo nje ukuthi ngabaleka ngaphuma ngomnyango.
Because what I do recall is that there was some separation and I ran out of the door.
Ngaphambana noSenzo, uSenzo eza ngala ngisho ukuthi ngizothi mangibuka lesithombe ngizothi eza ngase fridge. But mina ngiphuma ngomnyango lo.
And my path crossed with that of Senzo. Senzo was coming, if I'm looking at the photo, Senzo was coming towards the fridge, which is on the photo, or the stove, and I was running towards the door.
So where did you see the deceased?
Wambona kuphi?
Njengoba ngathi nje center of ikish la.
In the center of the
Wenze
kitchen,
noma- yeah,
here.
somewhere la. But uphambana kwethu saphambana la.
But where our paths crossed, it was right here where the witness pointed,
Yes, just-
at the
just
bottom of the picture.
Here.
Here. There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Njengoba ngisho sengikhumbulayo ngikhumbula ngiphuma ngibaleka and ngalandela ulow number omude wesibili.
I remember, as I said, that I ran out, and the tall one, the second one, followed me.
Lo ayiphethe into engathi ummesa.
The one that
That's
had an
mess.
object that looked like a knife.
Yes.
Yebo.
Wathi mayiphuma ngilandela ngaphuma ngegate ke engijaha.
I went out of the gate and was chasing me.
Ngase ngiya ngaka left.
I then went to my left.
Photo 1 can be shown. And just use that photo to illustrate your evidence.
Asikhombise ngalesi sithombe ke lokhu okushoyo.
Ngaphuma la.
I went out of here, the witness pointing to the opening
Naye
on the
waphuma la
photo.
engilandela.
He also came out of there following me.
Ngagijima la ngehla ngalomgaqo naye esemva kwami ngase ngijomba la.
Okay, bambi lapho. I then ran down the road, the witness pointing to the road, and then I jumped here, the witness pointing to the gate, my lord.
Concrete.
That
next
is
to
the
gate.
concrete.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yebo.
And then yena waqhubeka ke wehla kodwa ngomgaqo engikukhumbulayo ukuthi kwaphuma abantu baka next door khona lapha lethi abantu besilisa abawu2.
Okay, bambi lapho. And then he went down the road. And then what I also do recall is that two male persons from the neighbors came out.
Yes, just a minute. We say who went down the road?
Uthi ubani
Suspect
owehla
number
umgaqo?
2 ngizosho njalo lo mude.
Suspect number 2, I would say so, the tall one.
Just indicate in which direction. he
Oya
went.
ngakuphi?
Wehla shuthi mawuphuma egate it will be on your left hand side.
If you come out of the gate, it would be on your left hand side.
Shuthi la going down,
Here,
not
going
that
down.
side, going down.
Not towards that side, but going down. The witness pointing to this side.
Yes, may proceed.
Ngiyakhumbula ke abantu baka next door nabe bengibuza ukuthi ngubani ngoba nabo shothi babebona umuntu ongene egcikeni la khona. Ngiyakhumbula ngichaza noma ngasachazanga kahle ukuthi ngangithini ngoba ngangithukile.
Okay. I remember the neighbors wanting to know who I was, sorry, because they just saw someone on their premises. And I can't remember exactly or precisely the words that I mentioned when I introduced myself, because I was also in shock.
But ngiyakhumbula singazisho igama nokuthi ngubani nokuthi ngizwana nobani lapha ngabachethi ngihamba ngifike nobani.
I told them my name, as to who I was and how I got there and in whose company I arrived there.
Ngase ngiyabachaza.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Yes.
Ukuthi noma ngijibe ngisho ukuthi ngisabeka kahle kodwa ngiyakhumbula ngibachazela ukuthi ngathi sibanjwe inkunzi.
Although, as I'm saying that, I can't remember precisely what I said, but I remember saying to them that we're being robbed.
Because of what suspect number 1 had said engene endlini. Esifuna amafoni namalo.
Because of what was said by suspect number 1 when he entered a house demanding cell phones.
And man.
earn money.
Yes, you may proceed.
Masingaqhubeka.
Ngiyakhumbula futhi ngimkhomba suspect number 2 eshona enzansi ibaleke eshona ngakhona lapha enzansi.
I also remember pointing suspect number 2 out to them as he was running down the road.
Yes.
Emva kwesikhathi ayisikhathi eside nje kwaba khona nje umsindo nokumemezwa ngabona sekuphuma athinga kumakakheli loyani waphuma.
After some time, not a long time, I just heard some screams, some noise, and then I saw Kelly's mother coming out.
And
Where were you at this stage?
Wawukuphi ngaleso sikhathi leso?
ngangisaka makhelwane but ngajomba ngabuyela ngaphakathi ngabuyela phakathi egcekeni lakakheni.
Still at the neighbors, but I then jumped back to the Kumalo's premises.
And just indicate in the photo, where were you as you were talking to the neighbors?
Nkathi ukhuluma nomakhelwane wakuphi nendawo?
Sasingala
We were on this side, the witness pointing on the on the side of the Viber page appearing on the photo.
And you say it was inside the premises.
Ngaphakathi egcekeni.
yebo ngaphakathi
Yes,
egcekeni.
inside.
And do you know who are these neighbors?
Uyabazi ukuthi omakhelwane labo obani?
Noma ngabazi ngamagama abakhulu nomagama kodwa kakubaba wakhona nomfana wakhona.
Although I can't remember them by name, but it was the owner, that is now the father of the house, and his son.
I'm going to show you photo 4, if you can just use that photo to illustrate your evidence.
Sebenzisa sona ke lesi sithombe.
Photo 4 for exhibit D.
Ukuthi ngangibabona kuphi?
Yes, with regards to
What happened after talking to the neighbors?
kwasekwenzekani emuva kokuthi ukhulumile nabo makhelwane.
Ngaseqhuma la. Sasibuya.
I jumped here, the witness pointing is now to the corner of the wall on my way back.
Yes.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi njengoba ngisho ngahlangana noma akakheli ngambuza ukuthi uphi lo wesibhamu wathi usephumile.
And I remember, as I said, I met Kelly's mother. I inquired from her as to where's the one with the firearm.
Yes.
She informed me.
It's fine. That will be here. So where did you meet with Kelly's mom?
Even though ngasakhumbula phela ukuthi kuphi specific kodwa it was somewhere la ngakwi the side la kitchen.
On the side of the kitchen, although I'm unable to remember specifically where exactly.
When you heard the screams and the noise, where were you at that stage?
Uma uzwa ukumemeza kanye uscreama nokumemeza wawukuphi ngaleso sikhathi leso?
Ngangila kulo muzi next door.
I was still at the neighbor's house.
Yes, you may proceed.
And then ngathi mase ngibuyela ke sangena ngabuyela ngaphakathi endlini.
I then went back into the house.
engikukhumbulayo endlini ngathi masifika mangidlula ekitchen ngiya ngase towards le ark le kade ngisho.
What I recall as I walked in the kitchen going now towards the ark that I mentioned,
ngathi mase ngizojikela ngase sitting room
as I was about to turn towards the sitting room,
ila ngabona khona uSenzo lele phansi.
that's where I saw Senzo lying down.
Just a minute. So we're going to show you the sketch plan.